Perry Jeffries here with Financially Fit. Happy October. In case you didn't know, October is National Financial Planning Month. So for the entire month of October, we are going to focus on you and the importance of having a financial plan. So with that being said, what is a financial plan? Well, first let me tell you what it isn't. A financial plan is not the stock pick of the month. A financial plan is not having whole and term life insurance. Financial planning is not knowing which mutual fund to invest in inside your 401k. Your financial plan is not receiving having a statement that says, "Hey, I made 10% return on my investment for the past year." A financial plan is a written document that will be your guide to ensure that you hit your financial goals. Again, a financial plan is not credit repair. A financial plan is not a budget alone. A financial plan is going to have five to six components that we're going to go through right now. So the first component is going to be a cash flow analysis. That is your budget. That's where we simply say how much money is coming in and how much money is going out. You are accountable for that, which means you need to know what your income is and, more importantly, what your expenses are, so you can know what your cash flow looks like. That's huge, to be able to have your assets and liabilities on a sheet of paper so you can visually see them and pay attention to them. The second component of a financial plan is going to be risk management. Risk management is just a fancy way of saying, do you have the correct and types of insurance to protect you? So regardless of what kind of financial plan you put together, if you get injured or disabled and you're unable to work, your financial plan could crumble. If you die prematurely, then your spouse or your children's or your legacy plan could crumble. So we want to make sure that you are protecting not only your income, but protecting your legacy as well. And that's typically going to come in the form of some type of insurance, right? You have retirement planning. So this is where you get into, your 401ks and your traditional IRAs and your Roth IRAs and what's the best vehicle for you. If you're a business owner, maybe it's a solo 401k, so you can have some type of feature to get additional tax deductions and be able to borrow against. So regardless of who you are, you have some type of retirement planning. That could also include your Social Security planning. That could include, a pension that you're getting from the state, the city, or the government, or whatever the case may be. But your retirement planning is key, because retirement planning in its essence is simply this: how do you replace your income during retirement? How much do you need in your nest egg to be able to look and say, you know what, I'm in a position where I can replace my monthly cash flow, my monthly income, retire, and not have to go back to work for somebody else? So that's your retirement planning. Then you have your investing, which is sometimes mistaken for your financial plan. So understanding what you're investing, you are going to have conversations with someone or a financial advisor about, what's the correct stock portfolio, what's the correct allocation, or where should you have your dollars invested in, which mutual funds and things of those natures. Those are all recommendations that go into the financial plan, but that is not a financial plan per se. And then you have your tax planning. Who wants to overpay in taxes? I sure do not. So your tax planning is going to be huge. So if you're my age and maybe you're 20 years out from retirement, do you think taxes are going to be more or less when you retire? Well, you need to plan for that. You need to be able to plan for that. You want to make sure that you're not overpaying in taxes, because sometimes it's not about how much money you make, it's about how much money you keep in your pocket. So by having good tax planning in place, that's going to be huge. And then you have your estate planning. So your estate planning, what we call your legacy planning. How are you going to leave this money, to your family? So most people think about legacy or estate planning. They say, "Oh, I don't have enough money to leave to my family. I don't have that much money." Well, what about your spouse? If you were to die today, would your spouse be able to replace your income? Have you set up enough to be able to replace your income for 10 to 15 years if you pass away? Do you have enough set up to be able to send your children to college if that's a wish that you have? So legacy planning or estate planning isn't always about leaving money for generations down the road. Sometimes it's about taking care of your spouse, your significant other, or your children. So that's your estate planning. Those are all components that need to be part of your financial plan. If you don't have all 6 of those components or a mixture thereof, then you don't have a financial plan. And more importantly, if you do not have a written document, you don't have a financial plan. You may have good financial recommendations, but you don't have a plan. And my question to you is this: would you start to build a home from scratch without the architectural blueprints? Absolutely, you would not. Would you get on the road and drive from, Columbus, Ohio, where I am, and drive across the country to California without a map? Of course you wouldn't. So that's the importance of having a written plan. Your written plan is your blueprint. Your written plan is your GPS. So my goal this month is to make sure that all of my clients have a written plan before the end of the year. And for the other individuals who are not clients but looking to work with a financial advisor, we'll be taking on a handful of clients and help them get a financial plan put in place as well. So I hope this has blessed you. There'll be some contact information down below. And, stay financially fit, stay blessed. Peace.